Should you work harder to pay off that debt, or should you focus on your family? We're going to talk about that coming up.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to an all-new edition of the Sunday Night Sit-Down with America's #1 money couple. I'm Talaat.
And I'm Tai, and we're from hisandhermoney.com, where we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
The Sunday Night Sit-Down is being brought to you by Credit Sesame.
Does your credit score have you down and looking for solutions? You may just find the answers you're looking for with Credit Sesame. Credit Sesame is your solution for a free no-hassle credit score, credit analysis, and tips for managing your money. They are here to help you take control of and have the tools you need to bring about a bright financial future. Get empowered today. There's no credit card required. Receive identity theft protection up to $50,000. And discover a marketplace for credit and loan officers that will help you get to your next level. Visit hisandhermoney.com/Credit Sesame for more details.
So it's a common dilemma out there. A lot of you all are on the grind, trying to get out of debt, trying to figure out ways to cut back while also trying to figure out ways to bring in additional income. Now, the thing about bringing in additional income is, in a lot of cases, that means you're going to have to spend some extra time putting in the work necessary to bring in that extra income. And if you have a family, if you have a spouse, if you have children, that could pull you away from them even more than you already are. So it may be a debate that you're up against. Should I get the second job? Should I take on this extra shift? Should I start this side business? But if I do, I'm going to be away from the kids a little bit. So should I go for it, or should I just focus on my family? That's what we want to talk about to you guys today.
That's right. So this actually came about in our group, our private free Facebook group called Smart Money Couples. And if you're not a part of that group, what are you waiting for? It's totally free. Just go to smartmoneycouples.com. People are over there, couples are over there winning with their money. And we also have some singles as well too that are over there. But this question was asked, and I'm going to read it to you. Needing advice. We are about $70,000 in debt. We pay about $1,500 a month extra towards our debt on regular paychecks. I thought about working overtime every week, 16 to 20 hours, so I'd be working 56 to 60 hours. But I have a 2-year-old, and the mom and me is so upset that I'd be missing so much of his life. What should I do? Now, that was a great question.
Yep.
You know, in that thread, some people said, focus on your family, focus on your child, because you can never get those years back. And as I was reading them, I started to think about our own personal life. Now, guys, this is a tough situation to be in, no matter what, right? It's not easy. Either way, delaying your debt or, taking away a little bit of time of raising your children or being there or being present a little bit more. So ultimately, the decision is up to you. But when I start to think about it, I start to think about our own life. In the beginning, when we both were working really hard, we paid off some debt, but we also had some other goals in the meanwhile. I got pregnant, right? So we had our first baby boy, and I never thought in a million years that I would want to come home and be a stay-at-home mom. I loved what I was doing. I thought I would continue to do that until I held him in my arms, y'all. Like, seriously, I did not want to part from him. It was so difficult, and it was very hard for me to return back to work. But you know what? I was able to do it. That first year, let me tell you, we were grinding. Oh my gosh, we were putting in the work to try to earn some money to do some of the things that we were looking to do. And you know what? It was tough, but I had to make a conscious effort to spend more time with him during those hours that I could, right? But guess what, guys? My son doesn't even remember that time. He's now 7. He doesn't remember having less of mommy at that time. And I realized that I was going to have to make a sacrifice either on the front end or on the back end. Because as you guys know, my husband, Talaat, he is in the education field, and he often tells me about, the teenagers, because he works in a high school, and you notice the teenagers, right?
Yep.
That have parents that are present or not.
That's a fact, because a lot of times those adolescent years, not just high school, but middle school, those are some of the tough years for children to navigate. And it is important, in my professional opinion, that parents be super active in those years, because they're trying to figure out so many things about themselves. They're trying to figure out so many things about life, and they could really, really use some good parental guidance in those years.
Yeah, so now, that I am now, thankfully, able to be home, God willing, I'll be able to be present for my children during those years. I don't anticipate having to go back to work because of some, debt that's lingering over our heads. We paid the price early on. And then, too, I can also recall a time when it was not necessarily money related. He was in school. You were getting your, second master's, I believe. And we had 2 small children at the time. And I remember you saying to me, Ty, I'm going to put in all this work now while the kids are younger because I'm going to have to get these degrees, either do it now while they're small or I'm going to have to eventually do it when they get older. And I remember saying, okay, this is tough, but hey, we're a team here. Let's put in the work and we got it done. And there were some nights I was just like, oh, will he come home already, But, now I get to have you home, more often. I get to have you home a lot sooner. And he's not in school, so we paid the price early on. So, guys, you got to really look at your situation. Getting out of debt was very, very important to us. We want to create a lifestyle and a legacy for our children where they did not have to worry about debt payments. And we knew that we were going to have to work hard to do that. So you're going to have to ask yourself, do you want to sacrifice those times and those years? Do you want to do that in your later years, Think about some of the things that you can also be missing out then as well, too. And you know what, guys? Now that I'm home, I would not say that I'm 100% guilt-free. It doesn't matter whether you're working in the home, working outside of the home. You still have to make those conscious efforts and be disciplined enough to spend quality time with your family, no matter what, debt involved or not. So it's always something that I'm always trying to juggle. You're always trying to juggle. And you know what? I don't think that we'll be perfect at it, but we're going to do the best that we can.
Now, be clear, guys. Listen, we are not sugarcoating this at all. The hustle is real.
It's real.
But the rewards are so real as well.
Yes.
It is going to be tough to get out of debt. It's going to take some sacrifices, some hard choices. But we are firm believers that if you put in the work now, man, you are going to benefit so much later. We guys coined the term hustle season because, we're encouraging you to get out of debt, but we also keep it real with you and let you know that it's going to take a hustle up front, a grind up front, but that it's also only for a season. We're not telling you to do this forever. We're telling you to go hard for a season so that you can have the rest of your life to live your life on purpose and about your passions instead of living your life based around the payments that are circled around you that have you in control. We want you guys to be free.
Yes.
We don't want you in the passenger seat of life. We want you in the driver's seat. And part of that process is going hard and getting out of that debt and getting out of it now.
So we want to hear from you. What would you do in this situation? If you had a 2-year-old and you had the opportunity of picking up 15 to 20 more hours to earn some extra cash to get out of debt a whole lot sooner, what would you do? Would you take it or would you not? And we want to know why, guys. There's no right or wrong way. It is a personal choice. But remember, either way, something's going to be denied, okay? Either that debt is going to be delayed and you're going to have more interest payments, or you might miss out on some times with your children as they are growing up. But it's not permanent. It's not permanent. We lived that life. We've done it. And now I'm so thankful that we get to spend more time with our children, and money is really not a factor. We can do certain things that cost money, such as vacations and things like that, without stressing over, oh my gosh, we have a debt payment, or we have debt that we have to pay off. So we want to hear from you. Leave us a comment in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget, share it, all right? Sharing is caring. And also, meet us back here next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us share with you.
And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to the His and Her Money podcast. For you Apple users, just go to your podcast app. And for you Android users, go to Google Play Music and just search for the His and Her Money Show so you can take us with you on the go. We have great stories of debt freedom there, great marriage advice, great financial advice, all there for you to keep you motivated on your journeys to financial freedom. Well, that's all we got this time, guys. It's been great. Until next time, peace.
Bye, y'all.